Oh, welcome back to Sosnovka Sovkhoz, episode 37 with me, Mr. Sealy P. It's been a while since we've been in or at Sosnovka. So here we are. We are on fields 23 and 25. Me and the hired workers, I guess it's we, isn't it? We are putting canola back in, having harvested it before. I am in the Lamborghini with the fertilizer spreader. I have done quite a bit of lumber actually off screen. I've done quite a bit more tree cutting again to get a bit more money in the bank. I've also bought another Horsch Pronto. So we've got two, that's why we've got two running on the fields. I've got one on the case Magnum and one on the Holmer Terra variant. I'm going to fertilise this one as well because we're getting on with the seeding, so it needs fertiliser on it as well. But they need doing, so they are being done as we speak. What do we end up doing next? Who knows? I haven't really got that far. Like I say, it's been a while since we've been on this map. I'm trying to work out in my head what was where we've got up to. So it's a bit of a kind of familiarisation episode, really, as well as anything. We did a couple of multiplayers on this before we went on to doing a run on Westbridge Hills. If you haven't been on the other gameplay series, go and check out Westbridge Hills. Welcome, and Down on the Farm on Bjornholm. Well worth a look. And oh yes, big news. I mentioned this on the last episode I did on Westbridge Hills, which was episode 34, that at some point over this weekend I was going to pre-order FS17 Premium Edition. I did so about an hour ago. Happy days. So, I've got it on the automatic download as well, so as soon as it's available it will start to download, providing the PlayStation is turned on. One minor flaw in my otherwise perfect scheme is that I'm actually away for a few days and don't come back until that Tuesday that it's released. Oh dearie me. So yeah, I'm not going to cut my trip short just to come home and play. I think my wife would probably kill me, which is fair enough, I suppose. But yes, it's pre-ordered, so all good. It's coming. It will come. I said the M7000. It's not the M7000. It was the Challenger. I think it was M something 700E, and it was the Valtra T Series Cow Edition, and it was the T7 312 or 315? 315 I think it was. HD Blue Power, so heavy duty Blue Power, which is a PlayStation 4 exclusive as far as I'm aware. So yeah, can't wait. It'll be brilliant. Plus season pass, I think you get in the premium edition as well. So as far as I'm aware, some future downloads and things you get either cheap or free or that kind of thing. So yeah, all done. But enough of that excitement and jollity. Try and get as many of these gameplay series episodes done between now and when FS17 comes out. So I'm trying to mix them now between Westbridge Hills, Bjornholm and Sosnovka. So I thought I'd just jump onto Sosnovka, do someone here, and get some more done. I do want to do some wood chipping. I've been saying that repeatedly. Probably going to do a multiplayer on that at some point over the next couple of days. Hopefully, that's the plan. Just have a quick check on the map. And what are we looking at? Let's have a look. Right, so field 18 what are you doing as well? 10's planted, 14 and 19 have got grass in, 28 has got... did I put in it potatoes or sugar beet? I thought I put potatoes in it. Yeah, potatoes. Sugar beets. I haven't done any sugar beet yet, have I? Oh, right, okay. I need to buy a field and stick some sugar beet in the ground. Haven't done it. Trying to decide where to go though. Might do those thin ones up the side, northeast. Maybe 21, 16, 12. Those ones up the side. Possibly. It's thoughts. So those are excuse me. Those will probably be the next ones we're going to be looking at. So yes. Exciting times still ahead. Right, this is where we could have a coming together, because the other one's going to be coming directly down this way, isn't it? Lamborghini and Holmer head on. Lovely. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen, isn't it? Let's get it from in cab. Oh, it's scary stuff. It's like playing chicken. He's not going to stop, is he? I need to get out of his way. God, he didn't stop either, did he? Blimey. What a lunatic. I'll have to sack him at the end of the day. Can't trust people like that. I will not imply. I'm not going to imply anything. Employ was probably the word. Employ maniacs on my farm. I mean, apart from when Moomin Seal's on here, of course, you know, that goes without saying. But then technically when she's on here, I'm not employing her. Yeah, that said, if any of you haven't had a chance to, check out the outtakes video clip on Westbridge Hills. It's well worth a look, I have to say. Yeah. Still has me chuckling quite a lot every time I see it. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, whiz over there, have a look. So last strip down now on the fertiliser. For those, oh hang on, I've just realised how low that fertiliser is. It should get to the end. Yeah, if you have been watching the other gameplay series, on Westbridge Hills I used the Holmer Terra variant, which is coming back towards us now, with the slurry tank back and the Zunhammer slurry injector. Haven't used that before in the gameplay series, and it actually worked really, really well. The only problem I've got at the moment is I haven't got a huge amount of slurry available here at the dairy farm, and over further on the other side of the map at the biogas plant we haven't started doing any silage at all. We filled up that one silage bay on a multiplayer episode a little while back, but it hasn't been ready, it's not fermented yet, so we haven't sold any until we start selling the silage. The big tank at the biogas plant doesn't fill up with liquid manure slurry, so there's not much point in me trying to do that yet, unfortunately. And unfortunately, as time is ticking away rather rapidly... Oh, I didn't run out, that's good. Pretty low though. Yeah, it's trying to work out now what we can actually get done between now and the new release. Looks like the case Magnum is done too. A few more passes on field 25, and that will be field 23 and 25 both seeded and fertilised with canola. So I think what we will do, I'll probably do this off screen actually, is get all of the seeding equipment over to 18. I'm pretty sure 18 I've already fertilised. This is the problem with a switching gameplay series and doing another one for a while. You kind of forget what you did on what maps, so I'll probably just have to whiz over and check. I'm sure I fertilised it, but it definitely hasn't been seeded, so... Park that up there. Leave the Lamborghini on it for a minute. I've put the Horsch Prontos both away, parked up the Holmer, grabbed the case Magnum and the seeder for sugar beet, the Horsch Maestro. I'm heading out to these fields out here. The ones I said about 2116, maybe 2116, 12. See how much they cost. Maybe get some sugar beet in these, I think, maybe. They're quite long and thin, but if I do them as separate fields, let's see what they cost first. Get some more fields bought, why not? Field number 21, 38,000. Absolutely, we'll have some of that. Right. Well, if that's the case, I wouldn't imagine these two are going to be much more expensive. Let's whiz up there and see what's what. Absolutely, 32,000. Fantastic. Should we go with the last one as well? For 12. Yeah, well, I'm not going to go with 6 as well, right at the far end. I suppose I could. Oh, it's a big decision. Oh, now this one might need cultivating. Ah, no. 23,000, might as well have it. Okay, it was going to need cultivating. Right, I can get the seeder going on another one, and then get the cultivator over here and get this cultivated. Brilliant. We'll need to get the what do you call it? Fertilizer over here as well. But for the time being, we'll get this going. Ah, just then I realised what I've done. I can't. Oh, I could. Not by doing that, I won't. Right, let's get some sugar beet in the ground. So, momentous occasion. On Sosnovka, we are getting sugar beet in the ground. Haven't done that yet. Done potatoes, but no sugar beet. So, sugar beet on Sosnovka. Must check on those again at some point soon. The greenhouses, because I haven't been over here for a while on this map. Just need to make sure I've got everything topped up as it needs to be. Right, let's get this open, shall we? It's not a huge bit of field, but it needs to be done. And drop it down, and away we go. Until I'm doing this myself and not with a worker, because I'm wiggling all over the place. Now, I used the Holmer with the cultivator, this cultivator, on Westbridge Hills an episode ago, a couple of episodes ago, when I was putting sugar beet and potatoes in the ground. I set it on a worker. The problem was, because the turning circle wasn't fantastic, it was leaving great big triangles at either end where it had missed. So that's why I thought this time I'll do it myself, because I think if you notice, when you get to full lock, it hits. Now when it does higher worker, it won't go any tighter than that, it will stay like that. If I go tighter, it drags round the cultivator, so it going sideways. On higher worker it won't do that. That's why it kind of doesn't turn as tight as it needs to. So I can do it myself. like I say, it's a relatively small field, but with this one combined with the other two I just bought, it should be enough kind of ground space, real estate, to get a bit of sugar beet out of it. And I'm racking my brains now thinking I haven't gone insane, have I? I really haven't done sugar beet on this one. I did sugar beet on Bjornholm. I've planted sugar beet on Westbridge Hills but haven't got a harvester. I'm now going to plant it in this one, or am planting it in the field over there, but I still don't have a harvester, so I'm fingers crossed for the silage over the biogas plant to be ready at some point relatively soon. Sell a bit of that and I have enough to buy the harvester I need to get. Now that's going to be another one of those big dilemmas. On my Down on the Farm series on Bjornholm, I downloaded the Terra DOS, I think. I'm doing it again. I don't know why I do this every single time. Beet harvesting. Yes, the Holmer down DLC. If you've got it, great. If you haven't, this is what I downloaded, the Terra DOS T4-40. Nearly, well, knocking on 500,000 once you get that and the header as well. But then to be fair, if you get the Grim, I'm never quite sure how you say them, automatic one, that's 479,000. But I've used the Holmer already on Bjornholm, so I'm thinking on this one I'm going to go with the Grimmer. I think, just to be different, just to make it a little bit more interesting. The Holmer is a really cool bit of machinery, but I'm going to go with the Grimmer, I think, once I've got enough money. But I will finish off doing the cultivating before I do anything else, because I've just realised how much I'm talking. Just fold that up before I go whizzing off down the field. I've mentioned this before, when this folds up it's really top heavy and the wheelbase is quite narrow. If you go banging across a field, especially with the tractor, and try and turn, it has a tendency to topple over. I don't think it will topple over the Holmer, but the actual trailer could topple easily. Right, that looks like that field's done. I'm going to have to get the fertiliser spreader out here, otherwise that will start to grow with no fertiliser on it, and I can get him set onto the next field. I'm just going to check this one down here. Field 21, I'm pretty sure that didn't need cultivating, I'm sure that's all good to go. Or is it? No, it's fine. So, what I'll do is just park him up a second. Okay, we're looking good. Right, let's get him to do this one, and then we'll do the last one, and I'll get the fertiliser spreader over here while he's seeding this field. The fertiliser spreader will make short work of these, I would imagine. Right, off he goes on the next one. Fantastic. Which I keep saying a lot, and I keep saying I've got to stop saying it. I'll start saying something else like brilliant, something else instead, which will be just as weird. Right, this is the one he's actually planting at the moment. Right, I'll go up to the next one. There's probably going to be a couple of passes with this, I would imagine, which will make really light work of it. If I get it just right, it should be about there maybe. Let's see what it comes out at. That's fine. Right, he's off and running. Let's have a look. Marvellous. 2 passes. That's fantastic. Oh, I've got to stop it. What's the matter with me? So, what I think we will say at the moment, that's probably the end of this episode. We've got fields 23 and 25, they're seeded and fertilised. We've bought 3 new fields, 21, 16 and 12. We've got seed in 1.5 of them. We've fertilised 1 of them. I'm going to fertilise the one up the top there and then just send this plant up there in a minute. I'm trying to think what we're going to do next, actually. Get enough money to actually buy the harvesters I'm going to need, or harvester, whichever I decide to go with. I've already got the potato harvester for doing potatoes, but the sugar beet one I haven't. So, yeah, we're going to need to get one of those at a hefty cost of me 500,000. But if you like the episode, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Always looking for new subscribers. Like to share what I'm doing. If it's helpful to anyone, fantastic. If it's not, doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just interesting viewing. And if you're even slightly interested in my musings or ramblings, whichever way you'd like to look at them, if you've got a comment, please leave a comment. And we are on Facebook as well. Screenshots appear on there regularly from the different gameplay series. Check us out on those as well. Whatever you decide to do, as always, thanks for watching.